Welcome everybody. It is your friendly neighborhood military rider. Sorry I haven't been posting any videos. Well, my bike has been broken down for the last 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks. Well, yeah, I can just show you what happens. Of course, I thought I had the problem fixed, and I did not. Here it goes again. I'm just going to ride the red line the whole way. Let's blow this thing up, shall we? Nope, we got to go down one more gear. Yep, we're going to ride first gear the whole way there. How do you like that, Shadow? Huh? Yeah, payback, huh? I'm about to Hiroshima the living shit out of this fucking block. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna suck my fucking ass, piece of shit. Yeah, I lost my cool on that second one. I was just tired of the damn thing being broken, so I took it to a shop. Come to find out, the new fuel pump I installed was bad. The petcock was intermittently failing, and bike needed to be rejetted. So now I have a Dynajet kit up inside this bike. Dynajet is a very solid, good kit you can buy. Online you get like the kit and they tell you what your bike is supposed to be jetted for certain elevations. So it's a pretty solid thing. I'm still burning a lot of fuel. Not really sure why. Maybe that's just the fuel mileage that this bike gets. I'm getting about 30 to the gallon right now. Just where this bike used to get 50, but it's neither here nor there. Hope the audio quality is a little bit better. I got myself a dead cat microphone cover. I set it up inside this helmet, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of tickling my lips right now. So if you randomly hear me like spitting something out, because I inhaled a little bit of dead cat. Alright guys, this is what I like to call the Aguirre Springs Loop. It is right next to the beautiful Oregon Mountain Range in the southern United States. I have a lot of experience on this route. This is kind of like my test track. Whenever like I would make a repair on the bike, I would bring it here to test it. Steep climbs, tight corners. It actually busts down to one lane at for a few miles. So this is a good place to kind of practice your lines and stuff. But I will admit, if it is your first time coming through here, I do not, and I say again, I do not recommend beginner riders coming through here like blazing, alright? I moved through here pretty good, and you guys will see throughout the video that, you know, I know my corners and know my lines, but with the blind corners, you also have to pay attention to what was the weather recently. You know, this whole thing is sloped downward like that, and we get washouts all the time. I've come around a few of these corners, you know, just cruising, and the road is partially washed out, and it's straight pucker factor for me. Luckily, you know, I haven't, knock on wood, haven't put anything down out here. It's easy to ride in a straight line. It is incredibly easy to ride in a straight line. Literally, the bike will drive itself. Almost. Okay. Almost completely drive itself. I think the wind is kind of pushing me. Hello, bunny rabbit. But corners, tight turns, especially low-speed corners, is where you really have to understand the balance of your individual bike, and it is incredibly important. I know a lot of what I focus on is like traffic related. This, however, is not. This is just something to keep riders on the road. You know, some of the favorite things that riders like to do is go up in the mountains and like take, you know, passes and tight turns and swooping corners and stuff, because it's fun. It's a beautiful ride. It's comfortable. But you know, the same thing applies here. Is know your line, pick your line, and follow through. Which I'll explain all that here shortly. Okay. Most of this, I mean, I can do one-handed because I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. All right. Also, for those of you paying attention, if I start screaming randomly and you see the motorcycle crash, it's because down here in the Southwest we have these wonderful little flying hypodermic needles. They're about that big, and they're called tarantula hawks, and they are a giant wasp that attacks tarantulas, stings them, paralyzes them, and then plants their egg inside it, and then the egg eats the tarantula from the inside out. It's like some next level creepy shit out here down in the American Southwest. The biggest fears any rider will have coming around one of these corners is there somebody who's crossed over the double yellow on the far side? You know, some little 16-year-old kid with his rice rocket trying to Tokyo drift or some dumb shit. Okay. you brake going into the corner. You pick your line, you go outside to inside, and then you follow through on the outside. Some people call those race corners, some people call them bike corners. It's just an expedient and comfortable way to get around a turn, okay? Now, yes, I did just upshift to third gear again, but for majority of these, especially once we get into the tight corners, I'll be using first and second, because these are real tight. Again, outside, inside, follow through the outside. Now it's a drop, I don't see what's coming. Oh, I got another one. So outside, which I didn't grab the outside as good as I wanted to. Inside, outside, all right? And look through your corners. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bad at that, and that's one thing that I really need to work on. Is, you know, when you go to school, you're taught to look through the corner, right? Like you see me just turning my head there. Look through the corner. Keep your head up. A lot of people put their head down. That's one of the things I'm absolutely terrible at, and I need to work on, because if you look through the corner, you can see the problems coming a lot sooner than if you're looking down at the ground right in front of your bike. Alright? Because my bike is leaning that way, and it's kind of, you know, my brain is like, hey, you should look down. That's where your gears are really going to help you out, because you don't want to get your brakes hot. Getting brakes hot in a semi sucks. So Oh, there was a big patch of gravel in the middle of the road. I pooped myself a little. I'm not gonna lie, that was the worst I've ever seen here. I'm gonna let off a whole lot more. This is getting sketchy. Ooh, a Roadrunner. Hello. Oh, that was. But see, here's the thing, and this is a perfect teaching point actually for me. You know, I saw the gravel in the middle of the road. I did what I could to avoid it. I wasn't heavy on the throttle. I wasn't heavy on turning. I wasn't heavy on the brake. I wasn't any of that. I panicked. Yes, it freaked me out, but I saw the threat. I saw, like, you know, the danger, and I did what I was supposed to do, so that way the bike didn't get put down. Same principles apply. So crossing the cattle guard, yep, even yourself up to get across that thing perfectly, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab first. Kind of let her take me down. Sport bikes probably get down this a little bit quicker. I'm not going to take that chance. So I'm not touching my brake, not touching the throttle, not touching the rear brake. I'm just letting the gears take me down. But you see, got a little washout right here, so I go around it. Because since my rear tire is slowing me down right now, using the engine and transmission, I'm reducing the amount of friction that my bike overall can handle. It's the same thing when braking. You know, if you're, oh God, more gravel. This was a terrible idea with all this rain we've had lately. Oh, this is an awful plan. Alright, we should be about clear of most of the gravelly areas. I've never seen gravel anywhere else down here. So now that I'm in second gear, and I know these are low speed corners, again, I'm using my gears to slow me down, but at the same time, I'm just touching the brakes every now and again. Like right now, this is a blind corner. It's a long corner, but it's a blind corner. So I'm kind of just hovering over my brake just in case I need it for any such reason, because somebody decided to go the wrong way. Alright, so we're going to just reduce a little bit there. Reduce a little bit here. Follow your lines. That's all you got to do. Follow your lines. When you're cornering, okay, so I don't know if anyone has ever explained this to a lot of y'all. There is only a certain amount of friction your tires can handle. Now, depending on how you maneuver that bike is how much friction you are demanding from said tires. There's no set amount or anything like, oh, can I look up online how much friction my tires can handle? No. Okay, it's just friction. Friction is different on different surfaces. It's different on, you know, in weather. It's different on frickin' the type of tire, the weight of the motorcycle, everything's different. But what I'm saying is, okay, so when I'm slowing down using my rear tire and the gears, I am demanding friction. So there's like, imagine it like this, there's a reserve of friction. There's like a reserve, like a bank. That's your reserve. And all of a sudden, I start using the rear tire to slow me down with the gears. So it takes a little bit. All right, now there's all this, you know, there's still extra friction left in there that I could demand. You know, I hate these spike strips. All right, so there is extra friction in there that I could demand. Now all of a sudden I start braking. That takes more friction out of the bank, okay? That takes more friction away, and now there's less in the bank. All of a sudden I need all the brakes I can possibly freaking get, and unless you have anti-locks, which this bike was made in '99, I do not have anti-locks. Alright, and let's say I grab the rest. Now there's no more friction in the bank. What's going to happen is my tires are going to slip. So when people are pulling high-speed maneuvers in rain, or they're pulling high-speed maneuvers on gravel and all this other shit, there's only so much friction your tires can give you at that point in time. And depending on how much you demand, is going to depend on if your bike stays upright. Shiny side up, guys. That's what you need to remember. Well, I should have had the camera going, because this jackass right behind me in his enormous Chevy, I guess he's on his way to a small bike competition or something, got lost because he pulled right out in front of me and he got the finger from me. Please give me a reason to lose my shit on you, bud. It's kind of a gamble every time someone's about to, you know, you got a car blocking the view in front of you and someone's about to make a left turn like that. It's kind of a gamble. See, I push left so that the person about to make the left can see me. Other people push right so that way they can evade if the guy decides to pull out. So it's a gamble. You can kind of go either way. I make myself visible. Being seen is being safe. I've said that like 100 times. Yes, I know that was an aggressive merge. I've come to terms with that. Why are you braking? Like, dude, come on. Seriously, just got it into neutral. You're supposed to fucking yield, you dumb bitch! What in the shit? I'm just trying to go to Better Life Pet Foods. She probably thinks I'm about to follow her. Keep going. I'm going to Better Life. The lady in that gold Hyundai saw somebody in leather and I offered to help her because her hands were full. She's like, I was like, ma'am, do you need some help? She's like, no. She didn't even say no thank you or thanks for offering, I got it, you know. Probably just because she sees some big dude decked out in leather on a motorcycle. Yeah, that's one thing that really irritates me, y'all. Y'all act like bikers ain't people. They're dirty bikers. The actions of a few give a lot of us a bad name. I've been riding for over 10 years. Never gotten a ticket on a bike. Never... Well, I put down a bike. I was going slow, though. I just made a dumb mistake. Broken a lot of bikes. I've helped out people. It's funny when I get out of my pickup truck in civilians and I offer to help somebody, they're like, yeah, would you please? You know, help an old lady. They're like perfectly cool with it. As soon as I put on some leather and I hop on a motorcycle, I'm the Antichrist. Great. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, and as always, this is your friendly neighborhood military rider. I'm here to help out you guys, and you know, give me some information, ask some questions. I read the comments, I pay attention. So in the meantime, y'all keep doing great things. You're true American heroes. I gotta find a better sign off than that. That's just terrible. That is just awful.